I have no experience cooking Korean food, but can I make this Zach Choi inspired recipe, and how will it turn out? We're about to find out. Look at this piece. Holy mackerel. Oh my god, I'm so stressed out. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for joining me. Please, if you could hit that like and subscribe button down below, I would really appreciate it, as I'm growing this little community of ours where we can share the recipes and tips and tricks on how to cook different foods. That would be awesome. Now, the star of the show today is flank steak, and let's go ahead and get started. First things first, so I am going to put the rice to cook in the rice cooker for right now, and then we'll handle the steak because I do want to marinate it a little bit and let it sit for some time. So I am using the, oh god, let me pronounce this. The Kokuho rice. It is similar to sushi rice, but it does have a bit of a sweeter flavor. I am going to get this out right here, and I will do, I typically do so because I'm going to be cooking, well, right now actually I'm going to try and cook and see if the recipe works first before I cook for my family for dinner today. But in terms of rice, we do consume rice, this rice quite often. I forgot to mention, it is a medium grain rice. So if you don't have this type of rice, I think any short grain or medium grain rice would work. So I just put 2 cups, okay, 3 cups. So we do, like I said, consume this type of rice quite often. And to be honest with you, the only dishes that we do consume it with, the stir fry and sushi, which I, rarely make. Actually, my husband makes them now. I am going to, it is challenging, to speak and do, like, trying to cook at the same time. I'm just new at this, so. I am washing my rice. Oh, by the way, if you don't have a rice cooker, you can also make it on the stove, which would be totally fine. And I usually wash it off, I would say at least like 3 times to wash out that starch. You still want it to be sticky, that sticky texture that usually that sushi rice has, but not so much. So also, let me know in the comments down below if you do cook Asian food, and what do you typically cook in terms of the Asian food. Like I said, I only really had to cook like 2 different dishes. However, seeing yummy recipes of Zach Choi, and by the way, I might be butchering his last name, are so inspiring, and this recipe looked like it was so easy to make, so I was like, okay, I am going to try it. I can make it, and I'm sure so can you. All right, so my rice goes in. All right, so I have my rice going in the rice cooker, and I am going to marinate the steak now. I don't think I'm gonna do a whole piece just because, well, actually no, I will do a whole piece. And then what I want to do, as I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna try probably a couple of different flavors, and we'll see what happens. The steak that I have here, like I said, it is a flank steak, and this one is from Costco. Costco never disappoints, or at least rarely does. So, oh my goodness, that's a huge one. Look at this piece. Holy mackerel. This huge piece. Wow. All right. I'm just going to, I'm gonna wash it off. All right, pat it dry with paper towel. Oh my goodness, wow. That is a huge piece. What I saw Zach was doing is, we're gonna do the same thing. Just gonna do half of it. This is way too much meat. what he was doing is he was tenderizing the meat, and this is a fast way of doing it. So basically, what you're going to do, you're going to take a fork and just poke through it. And then once we marinate it in cornstarch and baking powder, and just a dash of salt, it will tenderize the beef, so it's not going to be so tough as sometimes the beef can be. Oh boy, that was a workout. Okay, once we're done with that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it in sort of a short strips. Let me see if I should I? Yeah, it'll be way too long, so I'm gonna cut it this way. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut it in strips. Okay, so probably about, I hope you can see it there, I don't know, about this much maybe. So probably about this size. All right, we got all of our steak cut. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna coat it in cornstarch. And what that's gonna help us do is break down those muscle fibers and make the steak more tender. And also what we're going to do is we are going to put baking powder on it as well. And what that will help is with the crispiness of the meat. So when we cook it, it will have that nice crispy coating and we'll have that a little bit of crunch to it. Yeah, I think half a cup is good, at least for this, for my amount here. And then I'll do maybe about a teaspoon. All right, so about teaspoon here. All right, I'm gonna add some salt, just a pinch. I don't want to add too much because we have our we're gonna have our sauce as well, a marinade. So that should be good. All right, let's coat it. Look at this beauty, nice and coated. And I'm going to let it stand for probably 30 minutes. I think that should be enough. If you can let it stand for a little bit longer, that would be great. Yep, let's do that. Okay, slight change of plans. I don't have dark soy sauce for this recipe, and apparently I just Googled and there is a difference between a regular soy sauce and dark soy sauce, because dark soy sauce is a little bit sweeter and the regular soy sauce is a little bit more saltier. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to use tamari soy sauce because it is gluten-free. As some of you might know, my oldest son has allergies, so we typically use this soy sauce. And I'm gonna divide the meat that I marinated in a couple of parts. I'm gonna try one of them. I'm gonna try with this sauce, one batch, and the other batch I'm going to try with coconut sauce. Again, I don't know how many of you know, but coconut sauce, also known as coconut aminos, is amazing. You can use it in all tons of recipes. I do a marinade on salmon with it, for example. It turns out really well. You just put a little bit of, sugar in it and then squeeze out a lemon in it, and that's awesome. So I'm gonna try this out as well. I guess these things sometimes happen in the kitchen. I'm going to make the sauce now. For our sauce, I'm going to peel the ginger and add in the minced garlic. For my first sauce, I'm blending in coconut sauce, while for my second sauce, I'm using tamari. Brown sugar will add that depth and complexity to the sauce and will contribute to its thickness as well as glossy appearance. I'm also going to add a bit of lemon juice to balance out the flavors. It's been 30 minutes and I've divided, as I mentioned earlier, I decided to do 2 batches with different sauces. So, and I'm going to use, for one of them, I'm going to use wok, and for the other one, just a regular skillet. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but we're going to try this and hopefully this will work out. I am adding avocado oil, my favorite. I always use avocado oil for cooking. Very neutral oil, love it. Okay, I think it's hot, hot, hot. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the wok, and the other ones I'm going to add to that other pan. In and in. Okay, quickly wash my hands. Can you hear the sizzling? Oh my God, isn't it awesome? So I'm gonna make them until they are well done. So I think that'd be about like 155 degrees or so. But if you want to make them medium well done or medium rare, it's up to you. I have this. Starts to shoot oil. Oh crap. Okay, is it too high? Yes. Oh my God, I'm so stressed out. Okay, let me put the sauce in. This one goes in here. So I'm putting the coconut sauce, the aminos, the coconut sauce in here. Okay, and the beans. Half of the beans go in here, right? Okay. All right, next one, next one, next one. Sauce in here. Oh, shoot. I'm just going to close. Oh, this is starting to burnish. I'm going to just close it quickly, just for a second, so that those beans cook. They cook pretty quickly, usually a couple of minutes. So I'm just going to close that. Okay. All right, gonna let it cook for a couple of minutes. I'm mixing rice vinegar into my cooked rice to help season it and add that subtle tangy flavor. Look at this gorgeousness. Yeah, I should have put more sauce, I think. It is all, well, I mean, it all got infused in that meat, so I'm sure it will be yummy. Oh my goodness. Yum, look at this. Okay, and second one. Unexpected twist today. This was not in the plans, but like I said, sometimes this happens in the kitchen, and I am okay with that. Okay, and we are trying the soy sauce. I mean the tamari sauce one. I feel like these ones crisped up a bit more, or they're the same. I don't know. Okay, let's see. This beauty. Right, coming straight to my table. All right, time to try them. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating. So my overall thoughts are, if you're cooking the first time this meal, don't do what I did, which is trying to taste the two sauces together, because it is a little bit stressful. You don't, when they are sizzling together, and you want to make sure you give enough attention to each batch. So don't do that, or maybe do that if you are comfortable enough to do that. But what I could tell you is it definitely did crisp up so nicely, and I am just so excited to try them, and let's see. I hope it tastes good. All right, I'm gonna try the tamari sauce first. Look at this gorgeousness. Look. Okay, bit of rice. Let's try the meat. Wow. It has such a nice texture. It has that crispy coating on the outside. Wow. Look. I don't know if you can see. I think I overcooked it a little bit. It is a little bit salty. So I could see why they use the dark soy sauce for this recipe. Otherwise, it's actually pretty good. And the beans, oh, okay. Let's try my twist on the recipe. Look at this beauty, which is the coconut sauce. Oh wow, yes, I think this is a much better choice. A much better choice than the tamari sauce, because it is less salty, way sweeter, has amazing flavor, and actually these are a little bit more tender than the other ones. It probably has to do with the fact that I cooked this specific batch in the wok instead of the skillet. Very good. Wow. I'm so impressed with myself. So yummy. The one thing I'm thinking about, I wonder if I marinated and if I let it sit, if I let the flank steak sit in that marinade of cornstarch and baking powder for a little bit longer, like about an hour, maybe even longer, probably it would be way more tender. So I would recommend doing that. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this video. I encourage you not to be intimidated and try different recipes, including this one, from other cultures. I think it deepens our understanding of different traditions and also teaches our new techniques. I know I definitely learned something new today. So I hope you have a great week, and until then, see you in the next one. Bye.